this pile to go through. And these are like mixed palettes, so it's not, so there's like Profusion, Misguided, Beauty Boss, so there's a mixture of different palettes. So this is the first one. This is the Profusion palette. It's absolutely gorgeous and the shades are stunning, but I'm not gonna keep, I'm actually gonna get rid because I just have way too many palettes. Then we got the Misguided one. My leg is actually going numb. Ah, pins and needles is the worst, especially when you're trying to get your leg back. It starts to get a lot worse. Anyway, this is the Misguided palette. It's gorgeous, stunning, but I'm actually gonna get rid because I have way too many palettes. Then we got this Rebel palette by Beauty Shacks. Don't know why there's a staple inside because it's magnetic, so it's picking up everything. Need to move that. So that is the palette. Is a gorgeous, gorgeous palette, but we're not gonna keep. We're gonna get rid. Then we got the Unicorn Kiss. See the packaging? It gets stuck all the time. So the Unicorn Kiss, as you can see, it's absolutely a mess, but we're gonna get rid because we have way too many palettes. Then we got the Hard Candy. So you got the shades, and then you got glitters, highlighters, I meant to say glitters, really, highlighters and shades. So that's the Hard Candy by Beauty Shacks. And then we got the Sunset Sparkle, which is more orangey shades and stuff, and it's absolutely stunning, but we're gonna get rid. Then we got the Gold Quartz palette, and it's like mattes, browns, shimmers, glitters, you name it, it's got everything. But we're not keeping that because I need to get rid of the palettes. Way too much, way too many palettes. Then we got the Sugar Power. Absolutely gorgeous palette, stunning, pinks, shimmers, glitters, and we're gonna get rid of that one too. And then we got the last one, which is the Jaya palette, Beauty Boss, and it's green glitter shades, absolutely gorgeous, and this blue is stunning. Like the pressed glitter, it's absolutely gorgeous, the glistening shade. But we're gonna get rid of the palette because I just have way too many, and if I want more palettes, I need to get rid of more. That's my logic of the game. That's my logic. If I want more, I need to get rid of more. I'm not saying that it's a good logic, but that's just my logic. So now we got all these little palettes before we jump into the rest ones. So we got the Huda Beauty Haze palette. I'm going to keep that. Then I got the Gold palette, limited edition from Cult Beauty. I'm going to keep that. It's absolutely gorgeous. Fenty Beauty palette. If you've seen my review, you would have known I absolutely hated it. Did not like this palette at all. But I'm not going to say much about it. Just didn't like it, and I'm not keeping it. Paid a fortune, but it's not worth it. Huda Beauty Rich palette, keeping that. Then I got the Huda Beauty Obsessions palette, keeping that because they're cute, gorgeous, they're cute palettes, and I'm keeping all of them because I absolutely love them all. So we got this Strawberry Daiquiri from Beauty Crop. I'm actually going to keep that because it's a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. It's nice in pinks, and just you wait and see. They are so, so gorgeous. Absolutely love it. Then I got this Artitude Cosmetics VIP palette, and it's absolutely gorgeous as well. I really need to play with it more. But look at these gorgeous shades, and that red carpet is stunning in the Boss shade. Love it. So I need to play with that more. We're going to keep that. Then I got these two palettes. I got the Me, Myself, Mimichel palette, and from Beauty Bay. I absolutely love it. That was the collaboration with them. And as you can see, this palette's being used and abused. The shades are destroyed. Not as bad as I thought it was, but still quite destroyed. So I'm definitely keeping this palette because I absolutely love it. And that was my first ever palette I bought from Beauty Bay, and I love it. It's gorgeous, and I'm keeping it. So I got this palette, Mitchell, made by Mitchell, Head in a Clouds palette. I absolutely love this palette. I need to get the other one, but I've still not got it. And look at these shades. They are stunning, and the shimmers, the blues, the yellow, the red. Pretty much all of the shades of this palette are just gorgeous. Only thing I will say, when I actually got this palette the first time, it had a smell of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of fuel smell, like petroleum smell. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's like a very strong smell. And I've left that palette overnight to kind of get rid of the smell, but it's still there. As soon as I open it, you can still smell it. It's not as strong as what it used to be, but it's still there. And I think it's just a sort of glue to glue the pan shades down, but it's a strong smell. So as soon as I opened it, I could smell it. So yeah, that's the only thing. But I absolutely love the palette and there's nothing wrong with it. So it's just a scent I don't like, but it's just me. But yeah, that's the Head in the Clouds palette and we're keeping it. Then I got this LOREAL Los Angeles palette. I think I got this into the P. Louise Beauty Box or something like that it was called. But I got that palette in there and it's the Nudie Patootie palette. And I absolutely love the shades. And I actually need to play with it a little bit more because there's such a gorgeous shades. And the shimmers are stunning. So I'm definitely keeping it, especially when it's nudes. It will be amazing for spring, summer time. I just love a nude eyeshadow when I go out. I don't go with colourful in your face eyeshadow looks outside because I just think that was too much. But that's just my opinion. So now we got is the Cash Beauty Secret Treasure palette. I absolutely love this. It's a stunning, gorgeous palette and I'm keeping it because I'm sorry, but hello, nudes, shimmers, glitters. I'm all here for it. It is gorgeous and I absolutely love the palette. So I'm definitely keeping that palette. And then I got two Charlotte Tilbury palettes. God, let me tell you, they are gorgeous palettes. They're stunning. Shimmers, shades are absolutely amazing, but the price for the palettes, it's like an arm and a leg. So there's your first palette, which is the Bejeweled, I think it was called, Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize. £60 for this palette. Don't get me wrong, it's a gorgeous palette. It's stunning. I absolutely love it for quick eye look, quick matte shimmer, ready, roll, go. But £60. I know, I'm crazy for even spending that on the palette. And then I got this one, the Pillow Talk palette. I'm actually going to get rid of the box. But this is the Pillow Talk one and it is gorgeous. But the price, God, £120 between these two palettes is a crazy money spent. And I love the palettes and I love the formula and I love it, but it's just expensive. Like crazy expensive, but I'm not getting rid of him because I pay that much for him. And I'm embarrassed to even say that I spent £120 on two freaking palettes. But it's cool. It's all good. Then we got all these Pixi palettes that I got kindly gifted. And I actually need to go and fix this, but I'm not even going to try and even open this. I need to go and fix it. I'm going to fix it with ISO Clean Makeup Fixer. It's the best stuff ever and I need to fix it. It's been in my drawer broken for ages and that's why I've not really used it, because as soon as I open it I know it's going to make a mess and I need to fix it. So we're going to definitely keep that because it's a gorgeous palette. And then I got these 4 quad palettes as well. So we got 2 eyeshadow palettes and blush and contour palettes, I think. So this one is Pixi Hazelnut Haze palette. Absolutely love it. Keeping it. I'm keeping all of them because they're gorgeous. And Rosette Ray is gorgeous. Pixi Honey Nectar. I think it is blush, contour and highlighter. That's what it was. So you got blush, you got the blush, you got the contour shade, and then you got 2 shades of highlighter. Absolutely love it. And I love these wee palettes. They're stunning, especially for spring and summer. And then we got the Sugar Blossom. Sugar Blossom. Ooh, that blush. I'm into darker blush now. Don't know why. Never used to be a blush girl. Now I like a blush. And then I got this palette as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. Pixi by Petra. It's the Sheer Sunshine. You got the contour shades and then you got the highlighter shades. And I'm keeping that because Pixi's products are incredible. And I love all of them. So I'm definitely keeping them. And then I also got little things they sent me to do swatches, which I've not done yet. I'll get to it at some point, but I got swatch stencils as well, so I'm keeping all of these. And then we got little palettes here. It's like little different sizes, and then I got this one by Pixi. I'm actually gonna get rid of this one. I swatched it. I've not really used it, I've just swatched it, but I'm actually gonna get rid of this palette because I'm not really gonna use it. I like shimmers, but I'm not into glitters, but I know for a fact my niece will love it. Her mom might not love me, but it's fine. Then we got is the Flower Days eyeshadow. I got this from Primark, and I think I bought this. It was because it was meant to be eyeshadow, but I thought it was be a gorgeous, gorgeous blush. I didn't even thought about an eyeshadow, because what would you do with just one shade? I'll try to use this as a blush. If not, then I will just get rid of it, because I only think I paid for £1 from Primark like months ago before all these lockdowns. But yeah, keeping that one. Then we got is the ELF palette. Just a matte shades. I actually was meant to give this to my mum because I gave her one, and then I had this one. I need to give that away to her as well, because I know for a fact she'll use it. She loves easy, quick eye look, so I'm gonna give that to her. Then I got this Revolution palette, and it's blues, shimmers, glitters, but I have way too many palettes. I will put that on the side. I will decide. And then I got this Makeup Academy palette. See, I can't even open it. And I've done a full face testing Makeup Academy products as well. If you want to check it out, go check it out. But this is the palette, and I'm actually going to get rid of it because I have way too many oranges in different shades, in different palettes. Then I got this eyeshadow palette, Rainbow Warrior Front Women CYO. I don't know how to pronounce this brand, but this is the palette. And that's the brush. So that's the palette. It's just a nudes, shimmers, pinks, and yeah, we'll keep that on the side. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Then I got this XX Revolution Jealousy palette. Oh, I remember this. This was gorgeous. I done the testing video on this as well. I think it was 1 palette, 3 brushes, if I remember it right. But the shades in this palette I said was perfect for summertime, and I'm keeping this because for the summer this palette is just, it's a keep. I'm sorry, but it's a keep. I'm keeping it. And then last but not least, well, last but not least, I got these two. First, it's the L'Oreal I Go Wild eyeshadow palette. I love their shades. I love this palette. It's gorgeous, and I'm actually going to keep it because the shades in this palette are amazing. They blend so beautifully, and I love it, and I bought it. Only thing I will say, it's £15 for this palette, which I find it quite expensive. But shades are really, really good, so I'm keeping that. And then I got these Beauty Bay New Romantic Liquid Crystal Shadow Trio. It's like a shadow toppers, and absolutely love them. I'm definitely keeping that as well. And then, like I said, last but not least is this pile. And it's like Makeup Revolution, XX Revolution eyeshadow palettes. And it's like, it's a big pile. Like, I'm not kidding. It's absolutely huge. So we're going to go through them all. So first one we got is the XX Revolution Tender palette. I can't remember if I tested this. I think I did. I think I did. I can't remember. No, I actually haven't. I've not even tested this palette. And to be fair, to be honest, the shades are not really calling my name. I don't know what's with the purple shade, but I've not even swatched the palette at all. Oops. But I've not swatched the palette. So I'm actually going to give this away on my giveaway because I'm not going to use it. I have too many brown shades, and now I remember because it was a gift set, and there was 2 palettes. There was this palette and this palette, and I tested this palette. I never tested that one. So actually what I'm going to do is give this away onto giveaway. The only thing I managed to do is rip the box, but it's okay. I ripped the box, but the palette's not been touched. So I'm going to give this away on a giveaway because I'm not going to use it. Then I got this palette that I tested, is the XX Revolution palette. It's absolutely stunning, but like I mentioned in the video, I didn't like the fact that the shade names are on this cling film, that I actually attached it onto the mirror just so I know what shades I was using. But that's the only thing I didn't like about this palette. But I'm actually gonna give this away. I've tested it, it's okay, loved it, but I got the shades in different palettes, so I'm actually going to give this away. So next we got is this I Heart Revolution Cinderella palette, and it is gorgeous, stunning palette, but I tested the Beauty and the Beast palette and I gave that away to my niece, and I think I'm actually going to give this one away as well, because I tested the Beauty and the Beast and it says you can have it because I tested it, and now that I've tested this one, she can have this one. She'll be a happy girl. She's going to have a lot of palettes to play with because she's just starting to get into makeup. We gave her brushes for Christmas, so I'm sure she will enjoy this one. So we're going to give that away. Then I got this Roxy palette. I'm actually keeping all the Roxy and Soph palettes, and I'll tell you why. They're amazing, stunning, gorgeous, and I just love their face palettes. I love the eyeshadow palettes. Makeup Revolution has amazing shades, and I'm keeping them because I'm sorry, but they're all stunning. And this is the Roxy Revolution, I think, Ride or Die palette, and I'm keeping them. They're stunning, gorgeous, and I just love Roxy's channel. I love Soph's channel, and their palettes are amazing. So I got this. Why am I putting it in an away pile? I'm keeping that. Silly me. Then I got this Petra XOXO face palette. Not gonna keep. I'm just going to get rid of it because I got enough bronzers and highlighters, especially if I'm keeping the Roxy's face palette. Then I got this Revolution highlighting palette. I got enough highlighters, and actually I've been loving one highlighter. It's the Ofra Cosmetics Milk and Cookies highlighter. It's getting sold out all the time, but it's amazing. It's a collaboration with Steph Toms, and I absolutely love the highlighter, and I can't use any other highlighters because I absolutely love it. I could swim in it if I could. But yeah, this is the highlighter palette from Makeup Revolution. I'm just going to get rid of that. Then I got this palette I've tested. It's the Revolution Glitz Up Shadow palette. I'm just going to get rid of it. Then I got this Roxy palette. See, I told you, another Roxy, and this is the face palette. And this highlighter, this, as you can see, you can start seeing the pan marks on where I've used, because those two shades are the shades that I always use for contouring, but you can see the pan marks, like the squares. And I didn't want to finish the bronzer because I absolutely love the bronzer, but look at this highlighter. I wasn't going to swatch anything in this video, but I just had to. Like, look at this highlighter. Like, oh, it's just divine. I wasn't going to swatch nothing, but I had to. This is the baked highlighter from the Roxy palette, and it's stunning, and I'm keeping that. Now we got is the Soph palette. As you can see, the packaging is being abused, and this is what it looks like inside. I absolutely love it, and the shades are stunning. They blend stunning, gorgeous, and I'm not getting rid of it because I absolutely love this palette. Then we got another Roxy palette. This is the Color Burst palette. Look at these gorgeous, gorgeous shades. They are stunning, and I'm keeping it. Told you, I'm keeping all the Roxy palettes. And then this is the Roxy's new palette that she's launched with Makeup Revolution. It's the Cozy Vibes palette, and it's more natural nudes palette, and I absolutely love the packaging. It's like embroidered. I don't even know what the right word is, but look at the packaging. It's exactly the same as the box, and it's got the same feeling. It's like it is like embroidered. I don't even know how to explain, but you can see, like, kind of bumpy. It's amazing. I just love the feeling of it. I could sit here all day and just play with it. But yeah, this is the Cozy Vibe palette. Absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, I have used it, I've swatched it, I've tested it, and I will need to do another eye look creating with this palette because it's just gorgeous. I'm actually going to get rid of the box because I don't have any boxes for the Roxy's, so I thought might as well get rid of them. Then I got this palette here, and this is the Eye Look palette Ultimate. This is where I can't even pronounce it right. So Jaded palette, if I can get into it. But it's this palette here. It's okay. I don't know why I went for a green. Green's not kind of my vibe. I may prefer blues, yellows, pinks. Green's not really me, but I bought it, and I think I tested it once for Instagram, but I don't know, I'm never going to use it. It's just sitting in my drawer collecting dust when somebody else can have more use out of it. Then I got this Rachel Larry palette. And it's got highlighters, it's got shimmers, blush and a bronzer. And shades. But I'm not going to use it because I just don't know. I bought it, I've used it a few times, but I'm just not going to reach back for it. So why collect dust? Why sit in my drawer when can somebody else have it and play with it? So we're giving that away. Then we got the Patricia Bright palette. And look at the palette. I have digged into this palette. As you can see, even that green no exit shade and the yellow shade, this one here. And I'll tell you why. I'll put a picture in here somewhere into the screen so you can see, but I actually swatched it, and Makeup Revolution reshared my picture because I swatched this palette and they actually reshared my picture, and this was, I want to say 2 years ago now. But yeah, this palette is absolutely gorgeous, stunning, and I don't know, do I keep it or do I get rid of it? I'm actually going to keep it because then I can keep it as a memory of the picture that I've done for Makeup Revolution. It just can be a memory for me when I've done the Makeup Revolution picture and they actually shared my picture, which was incredible because I was only a year doing makeup and stuff, and I swatched this palette and they actually shared it. So I'm actually going to keep this palette because it's a good memory and I will never forget it. And then we got these last 3 palettes. I got this palette here, the Revolution Colour Matte palette. I have a lot of colour shades, so I'm just going to get rid of that one. Then I got You Are the Revolution. I think I got this for free when you spend a certain amount on the Revolution website, but this is the palette. So we're just going to get rid of that. And then we got the Revolution Forever Flawless palette. It's all blues and whites, if I can get into it. But that's what the palette looks like. It is gorgeous, but I'm not gonna go and reach for it because I have another blue shades in different palettes. So I'm actually gonna get rid of it, and I'm actually gonna get rid of this palette because I will not be using it because I have different blue shades in different palettes. So yeah, that's all of the eyeshadow palettes. So now we can go and organize them and put them back into my drawers. Now that I have organised all my palettes and separated them between the 2 piles, which ones I'm going to get rid of, which ones I'm going to keep, now I'm going to go and quickly organise this part, and I'm actually going to time lapse this part so you can see how quick I will organise and put all the palettes in, and then we can see if we manage to fit them all into one drawer. Fingers crossed, hopefully, yes we have. So yeah, let's jump in, time lapse this part and organise this eyeshadow drawer. So let's go. So I managed to actually fit everything into one drawer and still have a lot of space for more shadows. Yay! But managed to get rid of quite a lot of eyeshadow palettes actually, because I looked at my get rid pile, which I'll show you in a second. But I will show you quickly. So look at the gorgeous shadow drawer. It's so much tidier, so much neater, and it's not as messy as what it was at the beginning. I was embarrassed. But now I managed to get rid of a lot of shadows, and look at the gorgeous difference. They're all organised, and I only kept 2 Morphe palettes, which I'm quite shocked. I got the Be Perfect Cosmetics, Makeup Revolution, Anastasia Beverly Hills, Beauty Bay palettes all in one place, just so I know they're all in one place. But this is the shadow drawer, all complete. Finally, took me forever, but I'm glad it's finally done. And then the next drawer we're gonna do in the next video eventually, because I know this is going to take me another an hour, 2, 3 maybe, is to go through all the blushes, highlighters, bronzers, powders, brow stuff, shadow sticks, and then contact lenses are in the back. It's a lot tidier than what it was if you ever watched my first video, because I actually bought these off eBay, and they're amazing for organising your stuff, especially when it comes to powders and stuff. It's so much easier. You can put them in own compartments, which I found it so much easier and looks so much neater than it did in my first video, which I'm quite embarrassed because it was just everywhere. It was the tubs. The tubs are alright, but not for stuff like this, because then I have to go through to find what I'm needing. But they are amazing. I will link all the stuff down in below if you're interested in getting the dividers and organisers, but I'll include that in the next video as well when I do, which I don't know when, because it does take a lot of time to do them. But my first video was we went through primers, concealers, mascaras, eyeliners and stuff, but it's still quite neat considering what it was. But I don't know, it just seems like it's filling up, even though I've not bought anything, but it just seems to be a lot more into drawer than it was at the beginning. Anyway, and then if you also seen the previous videos, we've done foundations, which actually is quite full now because I have a lot more foundations bought recently. So that's my foundation tub. Then I got my P. Louise base tub, which is actually quite empty because all of them are actually in my wee trolley, which I'll show you in a minute. And then lip liners. So that's that, and then an instruction manual that doesn't really need to be there. So this drawer, that's got a bit of everything. It's got lipsticks, lip kits, it's got ISO-clean stuff, it's got lashes, it's got hair dyes. I really need to go through this, and I'll do that at some point. And then my last drawer is literally everything. All my nail stuff is in here. There's bits of nail stuff in here. There's lamps, there's light things. I really need to go through this, but I need to buy organisers first before I even sorry, losing my voice. I need to buy organisers and stuff, and I'm trying to find good organisers for nail polishes and nail gels. If you have any recommendations, please do let me know down in the comments below. Organisers for gel polishes, because I have quite a few gel polishes and they're just overcrowded into this tub, and I need some sort of organising space. And then also got masks, bath bombs, bath powders, and I just need to go through it, and yeah, just need to tidy this crazy mess, but we're getting there slowly. And then these are the shadows that I managed to get rid of, which is quite a lot in my opinion. It's a lot more than I thought I would, and I'm quite happy with that. And then, like I said, I'm going to show you my little trolley. So you got my trolley that I got from IKEA when it was open. I got this from IKEA. It was amazing. I love it. It needs a tidied again, as usual. I always manage to make a mess. So in my bottom drawer, I got like my dry shampoos and my brushes and my brush cleaner, ISO-clean stuff. Second drawer is my skincare products, and then my first drawer is my day-to-go makeup products, which is quite full with stuff. This is I still need to try. Then all my mascaras, all my mascaras, lipsticks, etc. is in here. My foundations, powders, bronzers, highlighters are in there. So I need to go tidy this at some point because it's a mess, but I will include all the links down below where I got all these products. So yeah, so that was me finally decluttering the eyeshadow palettes, and let me tell you, it took me forever. This is why I was putting it off, because it was just, I know for a fact it was going to take me forever to declutter, but I'm glad I did. My drawer is nice and tidied, neat. I'm getting rid of a lot of shadow palettes, and I'm excited to get a couple of more to fill the drawer back up, even though I've just managed to get rid of a lot. But that's just me, never mind. But yeah, I'm glad I've decluttered. Next we will be decluttering is the blushes, highlighters, bronzers, etc. So thank you so much guys for watching this video and being with me decluttering these eyeshadow palettes, because it was well overdue. I knew that for a fact, and I'm glad I did. But before you go guys, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, click on those bell notifications down there below so you get notified every single time I post, and also put thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video, and if you're excited to see my next video, which will be blushes, highlighters and bronzers at some point. Don't know when, because this takes so long. I love organising, cleaning, but it takes ages. And I'll get to it at some point. But that was the eyeshadow palettes. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye!